Hello everyone, especially for Professor Rahmat Aslan. Professor Rahmat Aslan is a professor in international political relations. Today I will introduce myself. My name is Agung Wardhana and I am from Indonesia. And Indonesia one of the country in Southeast Asia, and I study international relations in Vistula University in Poland, Warsaw. And what I'm gonna explain today is Russia-China conflict during the Russia-Ukraine war, and I will explain where is the position of China. Are they supporting Russia or being a neutral? I will explain it more specifically, and I will make it clearly for you guys. So before going forward, I will explain a little bit about Russia and China. As we know, Russia and China are the biggest state in the world right now, and one of the developed countries on the planet. Both countries are really strong in many aspects, like in economics, especially in military. Their military are really powerful and unbeatable, and also they have a good relation and believe no one from them gonna be traitor. Also, both countries have a long story in past and have a good bilateral relation, and it was also interesting to talk about it. And not only that point, another point I will explain about the relation during the Russia-Ukraine war and what is China response to it. Now we are moving out to the history conflict between China and Russia. Since in the beginning of time, China and Russia had a conflict, and they are really far from the peace. And there's a war named Sino-Soviet War, and this war is started in 1969, which is brought China and Russia into a war. And I will explain it more detail. And so there's an island named Senbao Island, and I will put the picture here. So Senbao Island, or called by Russian language Damask, became a struggle because it was a border between China and Russia at the time. On the other hand, another reason why they are war, because both country at the time was the biggest communist country on the world, and so the war still continue and kill a lot of China and Russia troops until Russia leader named Leonid Brezhnev decided to pull back their troop because he was told that this war not gonna end, and it just killed many lives like his army. And after we conclusion that we can say if China won that war and take full control of Senbao Island as a de facto. After that war, relation between China and Russia are getting closer like until now. So during the Russia-Ukraine war, there's a lot of many conspiracy, and there's some big countries' world leaders said if China become a neutral, and others say they are supporting invasion from Russia to Ukraine, and another crazy conspiracy said if China take a benefit from it. I mean, like, we know China are quite smart because they know if the only country that supporting or become a neutral and from Russia invasion to Ukraine is China, and China are really one of the biggest or the strong military in the world right now with Russia, and they are really rely on each other. Moreover, they are one of the biggest communist country in the past. So And China now know, because this is gonna be a big business for them. And it's proven, if I read some article that reveal President Russia, which is China, and which is President Putin, and President of China Xi Jinping said if they have a close relation, or I can say unlimited relation. So it was proof if both countries are really close, because their leaders said by its own. And before the war, which is 2 weeks ago, before Russia started their invasion to Ukraine, President Putin and President Xi Jinping meeting in the room by online, and the media say if they are talking about the Olympics, but my point of view, they have a short or secret conversation, but only their leaders, which is President Putin and President Jinping, they are talking about the, or maybe China, Russia, I mean, they are reveal that if they have a plan to invade Russia, invasion Ukraine. But I think it can be happen because we know President Xi Jinping are really strict with strict president in the world, one of the strict president in the world, and they are believe in communists, same like Russia. So here I have some interesting question that most of people ask, that why does Putin want Ukraine to be a neutral country? So I will explain that from what I know, since Ukraine gained independence in 1991, along with collapse of the Soviet Union, it has slowly turned towards the West, both the European Union and NATO. Putin did this. He saw the collapse of the Soviet Union as a historical disintegration. And last year, Putin released an article calling the Russian and the Ukrainians is one nation. He also claims the modern state of Ukraine was created by entirely created by communist Russia, or maybe it call, or people getting used to hear that is Soviet Union. And then Ukraine has never had a genuine state tradition, and President Putin said in 2013 he praised the Ukraine pro-Russian leader, name is Viktor Yanukovych, not to praise the European Union. And also, this action sparked a series of protests that took place during Yanukovych ouster in February 2014. And after that, Russia retaliated in 2014 by annexing Crimea in the south and sparking insurgency in the east, and support the rebels fighting Ukrainians force for 8 years, supporting like around 14,000 lives. It happened during the incident and the peace agreement in Minsk in 2014, but it was never implemented. And also, priority to enjoying the invasion Putin violated the peace treaty and recognized the Donetsk and Luhansk regions as independent states separate from Ukraine. While sending the troops to invaded Ukraine, Putin accused NATO of threatening, and he said, "This is so horrible, our future as a nation." He also baselessly accused NATO member states of wanting to go to war in Crimea. So, the second question that most of people ask or really wondering that is there a way out of this war, or how to fix it, or how to finish this war? And people are really like wondering and really want to know how. But I have some knowledge about it, and I can explain it a little bit to you. And so the first is Ukraine's presidential advisor name is Mikhailo Podolyak believe a ceasefire could begin in the coming days as the Russian troops are stuck in the current position. Both countries, which is Russia and Ukraine, have expressed that there is a progress in the negotiation. And Podolyak claims that the Russian president has softened some of his demands. And at the start of the war, Putin urged Ukraine to recognize Crimea as a part of Russia and recognize the independence of two separatist regions in the east. And Ukraine has also been urged to amend the constitution guaranteeing it will not join NATO and the European Union. And the status of Crimea and the separatist region of Luhansk and Donetsk is far from clear, but it's already suspected that the status of the three regions will not cancel the negotiation if Ukraine and Russia choose to discuss the topic at another time. So yeah, that's it. The information that I can share to you guys and especially for the Professor David Aslan about the Russia-China conflict during the Russia-Ukraine war. And the conclusion about this war is there is no benefit and there's no ways to Russia allow to start to invasion Ukraine, because it's only about politics, not for the people. The innocent life just die easily than anyone else thinking. People not make a mistake here. They are literally innocent, and it was so sad, especially like me. I have some friends from Ukraine, and they are migrant, and they are come to Poland in Warsaw especially, and they are like staying in the tram, in the underground, in everywhere, and then they homeless. They didn't have a home because their home just become a war field. And I hope this problem can be solved as soon as possible, and the people of Ukraine can feel safe again like before. And for President Putin, stop your invasion and pull back a lot of your troops, because
Fantastic.
it just killed many lives. And I hope big countries can give a sanction to the Russia as like they did to the Ukraine's people. So yeah, thank you for hear my explanation about these topics, and see ya.